Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So today at noon, I am going to be doing the Thursday group and the Wednesday group together as a 90-minute live Q&A. Normally Wednesday live is a reading at 1 o'clock and Thursday's the Q&A. So we're going to do a 90-minute Q&A instead today. I'll be traveling tomorrow, just so you know. Right, there goes Charlie, I think. I had a treat in my pocket and he was going insane, so of course I gave it to him. Okay, so let's see where we're going this morning. What is the information needs to come out for those watching, please? All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Faraway places. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Oh my goodness. Some of you are being encouraged to break through your own box, okay? Whatever box you've created in this life, there's some kind of new information that's going to come through that's going to help you kind of expand, okay? So we have Jupiter in Aries right now, and that is a really beautiful, expansive energy. Jupiter is also very connected. It's the ruler of Sagittarius, which is exploration, which is about expansion and getting out of your comfort zone. It's very much about learning new things. And however this truth comes in, I feel like it's going to inspire some change. So let's see where we're going with the reading today. Let's see where we're going with the reading. If you're looking for individual zodiac readings, there's a mid-May, over here. There's a mid-May reading. And also yesterday I posted an air, fire, earth, water round. So if you're so inclined, that's a weekly reading. I'll put the card right here, the little link. And Pathfinder link is in the description box. Okay, all right, enough. Okay, yeah. I shuffle until I feel a little So you got to keep going. All right, 8 of Cups, that is the trail, that is the path. 4 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Yep, Queen of Cups, Magician, High Priestess, 2 of Swords, Page of Wands, the Sun, Knight of Wands. Beautiful energy here. And you know what's coming through right now is it's a little bit of a why didn't I change this sooner kind of feeling. Why didn't I go down this direction sooner? I feel like some of you listen to some bad advice or listen to your own sense of like, oh no, I'm just being silly, not listening to your intuition, not listening to it, okay? The High Priestess and the 2 of Swords here. Not listening and deciding, well, I don't know, my intuition is off or I don't trust it, right? There's something about, I feel like something about you when you were growing up. Is it possible that people told you that your intuition was flaky or nutty or something like that? You were told to be quiet, sit down. You were told like you weren't enough in some way. And so what happens in life is that you stop listening to your intuition because you kind of believe the outside voices more than the inside promptings, okay? And I do feel like the message is getting through, though. The Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Sun down here. This feels very much just like a momentary blip, okay? But it's not a blip that you were raised in this environment where people were telling you to be quiet, where people were telling you. And the 5 of Swords is manipulative energy. This is like bully, okay? Some of you could have dealt with bullies or dealt with bullies in your own family, okay? And it really is about trusting your heart and trusting that you can manifest what you're looking to manifest in this life and not believing that voice. It's going to take you in a different direction, okay? When you finally realize that this critical, hypercritical voice that you have inside you, we all grow them based on our upbringing. We grow what we hear. And so because especially those of you who had kind of like a unstable childhood, it was just like, I just need something to hang on to. I just need something to hang on to. And so even if your parents or your big brothers and sisters, or there were bullies on the playground or whatever, you can have 100 lovely things and one spiky thing that really sticks with you. So it doesn't mean that you had terrible parents. It doesn't mean that you had a terrible upbringing necessarily. It just means that you have chosen to believe the hype. You've chosen to believe the nasty words that were said. Maybe it was said out of anger. Most of the time things were okay. All right, Four of Wands. But it can lead you in the direction of choosing, partners that bully, partners that are toxic. I think I talked about that yesterday. And I feel like now you're really seeing that, oh, wait a second. I'm not listening to my intuition. I'm constantly like, how do I hear my spirit guides? How do I open up? And over the course of time, like, spirit guides have always been talking to you. But if you have been like, well, that can't be right, they get quieter and quieter. They get quieter and quieter. So something right now is trying to get your attention. All right, Five of Swords here. Let me clarify the Five of Swords. Six of Swords, more about path. Two of Swords again. Eight of Wands, lots of information trying to come through. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Temperance. Wow. This is a lot about the universe trying to bring in what you're manifesting, but it's like you don't believe it, so you're kind of pushing it away. It reminds me of that story, and I've used this example before, but it's so appropriate for something like this. When you get driven off the path of your own intuition, then you kind of fall for a lot of different stuff. You fall for different things. You think somebody outside of you is more learned or more, I don't know, has like the corner on the truth, and not in a nurturing kind of way. You can believe that other people's criticisms of you are truth, or you can only believe like the negative things that you hear, and that really undercuts your happiness. It really undercuts your ability to have agency, to have sovereignty over your own choices, because you're kind of just like searching in the dark. Some of you have a real gift for intuition, have a real gift as a medium or a healer or a teacher or a guide, mystic, shaman, all of those things I talk about on this channel. I'm attracting a lot of you who have those gifts or are on that path and just don't believe it. Okay? They just don't believe it. And, I feel like the universe is really trying to bring things in for you, trying to bring in love, trying to bring in balance, trying to bring in all these things. But if you close your heart to it, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, if you close, see in this deck, in my deck here, Two of Swords, she's got it across her heart and she's not seeing it either. He is closing his ears and not listening. And I actually like this one better for listening, not listening to the negative voices around you, or the negative voices that have grown inside you even. And the negative voices are fear. Intuition is quiet. It's not screeching. It's not fear. Fear is very loud, and it can be demanding, and it can be pushy, and it can be all of these things. And there's a purpose for fear. Fight or flight, right? There's a purpose for that. But it's still not intuition, all right? Intuition is a different kind of thing. And I think a lot of people confuse those two capabilities that you have. I've done videos about this. I'll put a little card here about the video of understanding what your intuition is, and I'll put that right here. So I'm sensing that there is this need to listen, to be able to discern fear from intuition, to be able to then choose the connection to spirit versus this fight or flight kind of response all the time. That is pretty low chakra stuff. It's first, second, third chakra, okay? And intuition is more of a fifth, sixth, seventh chakra and up to the higher chakras. And that's the thing that motivates the true path. That's the thing that helps you find the true path. And instead of kind of like searching in the dark, okay? So I do see Sagittarius here a couple times. I see Leo. I see Cancerian energy. I see Gemini. So I'll look at those in the extended. I do feel, let me clarify a couple more things here. The Five of Swords. Five of Swords. World. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Ten of Cups. Beautiful energy. So when you shift out of this belief that being the black sheep of the family, having all these negative things kind of rattling around inside you, as you believe them as a kid, you don't know what kids take in. So even if it was, especially if it was intermittent, if it was not consistent, it's likely that you might have believed that more than any kind of sugary sweet comments that anyone would make about you, or any kind of positive thing. If the energy was off, in the way people, like the way your parents complimented you or helped you or tried to support your self-esteem or anything like that, if the energy was off, like there might have been some jealousy. If you were a spirit talker like me, all right, there might have been some of that. There might have been some like belief that you had some kind of special gift, and there was a disturbance in the force with the other people in the house being like, oh, I don't have that, and I don't want you to have that either. There's a little bit of that. And it doesn't have to be your parents or your brothers and sisters. It can be kids at school. It can be, you just don't know what kids take in. So it's time to see the difference between intuition and fear. Now, fear can really help us when there is something that we need to get addressed. Health issues, a robber at the door, or at the window, or the news going around the office that like things are there are gonna be layoffs next week, or whatever the thing is. Fear has a way of lighting a match and getting you moving. Okay, and so that's really what it needs. That's the purpose of it, is to get you moving, that there's something going on that you must address. That's the purpose of fear. Intuition is more subtle. Okay, intuition is much more about promptings. It's about the universe speaking to you through spirit. And so this can be an ongoing conversation about progress, about movement, about development, about awareness. And a lot of intuitive hits, which is what I'm just getting right now, is helping you connect the dots. So you might be reading about a certain thing, and you might have a conversation and someone else brings up that certain thing, and then you might see a book in the window that's that certain thing, right? This is why signs and synchronicities are so critical, because this part of that is intuition, right? It's like trying to help you connect the dots. That's what intuition does for you. So the universe right now is saying, hey, it's really time to connect the dots. Don't discount fear. There's a purpose for that, but it's not a way to run your life. It's not a way to grow and expand. It's a way to react in the moment. Okay? All right. So I'm going to continue on here. Sagittarius, definitely Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Gemini. So we'll take a look at those in the extended. If you want to continue on with us, if this is your reading, the link is below. Part of Pathfinders. Rest of the reading keeps going from here.